Hello, this is David, and welcome to Equity Story. Just having a quick look at our markets, and as you can see, here's the daily on ASX 200, and it was up quite nicely today. Still, obviously, got a little bit to do to try and get through that sort of moving average. I think basically our markets are going to be a lot more dependent, obviously, how the S&P 500 does and how the Dow trades over the next few days. You do know for last week we're being really cautious at the moment. We maintain that policy, and that's why you're not seeing too many trending calls. Hopefully, we can get some better technical analysis out of the American markets over the next 4 days to stop us feeling as pessimistic as we are. And because it's not natural for Equity Story to ever be pessimistic, we're actually been very positive of the markets for a long, long time. But we do feel just at the moment the way it's trading technically, just to be really, really careful. I think it's a good time. You can have a look also. The VIX was up, which isn't a good sign. That's the volatility index is up about 3.74% last night as well. Having a look at some of the stocks of interest. Obviously, the buy signals, CAR, CTD, and JHC, PMV, SPK. Those buy signals have done pretty well. If often we suggest sort of have a look at those at the beginning of the week, and I think they're sort of again. We can have a little look at them. I'll sort of put them back to where they were, so you can get an idea how this system works. Again, that was your buy signal down here, and then bang, up she goes for it. Very good price action. PMV again had the same thing, had the buy signal, up she goes, looking pretty good. JHC I think went pretty strongly through that buy signal, so that was the buy signal, and had a very similar chart pattern to really back here, and then up she goes. So following a perfect sort of trending pattern. Corporate travel as well. That's where she was on Friday night, and bang, up she goes. So it looks pretty strong. And car may be the only one that hasn't really clicked, but I think you must probably see, as long as, like I said, the market doesn't pull back too much, she'll look pretty good. Again, good to see Macquarie Atlas hitting record highs today, and TCL still hitting record highs. So those bullish stocks obviously picked the momentum pretty well. And poor GNC. GNC really did hit that sell signal. We were warning that the stock's more likely to go down this week, and it really did hit that sell signal very strongly. So good to see those buy and sell signals are doing their job. I'd like to just talk about some stocks that I'm really interested in, and these are a lot of 10 baggers in here. Eden Energy is one of these companies. I think the chart's looking really exciting. So that's your chart on the long term. If we go to short term chart, I really like the way it's swinging, and it's starting to look really bullish. I'd be interested to see how she trades over the next few days, but I think she's going to be. I mean, we've already made 100% in Eden Energy, and I think we're going to end up making a lot more money with her. MIGME. Again, she's in a trading halt at the moment. MIGME, we're saying sort of a few days ago it was a buying opportunity. She actually put out a fantastic preliminary results report, and this gives you an idea how ridiculously undervalued this company is. Where the revenue was up 12.2 million. The monthly active users grew 120% to 32 million. She got basically, it's very important here, the active artists, and the MIGME uses in the sort of Philippines and Indonesia a lot of the local artists, local pop stars, to strengthen their website. And when they're sort of tripling the use of all their local artists, and a lot more sort of local people using MIGME as a platform to monetize their monetize their fan base. It's it's a really good sign, and I think MIGME just looks absolutely fantastic. Like we said, I mean, similar companies are worth maybe 6, 7, 8 times more around the world. MIGME is sort of a little bit misunderstood and not known by many people, but I think eventually, I think they're looking to list on the Nasdaq later on this year, and I think you're going to see make me share price re-rate before then. Uh, Another company that's good. We're up VTX. Again, this was in the. We had to wait a little while before it relisted, so it relisted as Wangle Limited, and I think roughly we're up about 25-30%. Obviously, the Wangle app is a really exciting app. Once downloaded, it can make all the utilities on your phone work a lot faster. So they just signed a new deal today with I think it was a company called Iron Source, and potentially it's given them sort of research, and it's given them an active user base, and potentially to tap into around 300 million people. So we really like the Wangle app, and I think again it's going to be a great little story, and it's going to make a lot more money for our members. Again, HZR is up 12% today. Again, this is early days for these little 10 baggers, but it's a story that please go and read about it on the website. It's the Hazer Group is a really exciting story. Again, Catapult, we sold it not long ago. Really just trader's instinct by not being too greedy, and this always seems to work for us at Equity Story. And she's coming back now. She did have an absolutely brilliant report, but just a little bit of sentiment, and possibly she could come back to this sort of longer term moving average. And if she does, we'll definitely be looking to buy Catapult again. Again, it is an excellent trending stock, and I think we've got an opportunity to make more money with that company. Again, XREF, more or less really where we suggested buying XREF. Again, we're very excited with this company, and they're going to be, I think they're going to be a really good little story for Equity Story and our members over the next 6 months. I'd just like to say Vonex, AWD, we've already made 100% return with AWD. They're still waiting to relist. There is a bit of a hold up with a lot of these backdoor listings coming back on, and hopefully it'll come back on under the VNX code. And I know the Vonex crowd are already in the States, and they're getting the story out there, so we're very excited. They've got the Alternator app, and I think this could be another huge winner in that sort of small cap or that micro cap sector for Equity Story. Anyway, just thought I'd like to point out a few stocks that are of interest at the moment. I think it's a pretty calm day today on the markets, and it's certainly going to be very interesting to see how the American markets trade over the next 3 or 4 days. Anyway, thank you for listening to Equity Story, and good night.